Hey everybody, we're having some technical issues, but I think we got them figured out. So we're going to get everybody up here on stage. I think we're still waiting for Patricia and a couple other people. We had an issue this morning with the Spaces link, and then we had another issue this morning with Spaces. So give us a few more minutes, and we'll get this show on the road here. We got a lot of exciting updates, so glad everybody's here. I'm glad you're all able to join us this morning, and can't wait to share what we have announced this morning. I'll turn on some music so we have something in the background while we're making this happen. We'll turn on our standard. Oh, that's not working either. All right, here we go. We've got some requests coming in. There we go, Patricia. All right, great. Hey, Patricia, how you doing? You on? Can everybody hear me? If you guys can hear me, give me a quick thumbs up, or give me a wave, or give me something. All right,
I,
cool.
I'm on and I can hear you.
All right, great. How you doing this morning, Patricia?
I'm doing great. Afternoon here for me, actually. So it's been a while since my morning, but I'm doing great. How about you, John?
I'm doing fantastic. We're super excited this morning. I'm so glad that you were able to make it, and that we were able to get up here and do this, and talk about what we're releasing this morning. You've been a part of it for a couple weeks now, and behind the scenes, and trying to get things coordinated, and what we're going to do, because it is so unique and it is so new, and it is kind of a first type of NFT, at least, that we're releasing.
Absolutely. And we are really excited. And I'm excited for people to be able to discover more here in the space as well. Let me retweet this new space to make sure that we have a lot of people here as well. Give me a
Yeah,
sec.
everybody go ahead and retweet this, because this is big news, guys. This is the first. This is essentially going to be what we're seeing. There have been a lot of NFTs out there. NFTs have they've represented different things. They've represented token gating. They've represented secondary sales. They've represented you know uh, the I guess the capturing of a real world elements. The thing that they haven't been able to do, at least to my knowledge, in a general sense, is they haven't been able to capture the ability to create a self-sustaining ecosystem with a product that's usable for a purpose outside of just token gating into a community chat room, or giving you the ability to vote on something. All NFTs to this point that I'm aware of have had those components to them, and that's great. That's a great first step. That's a fabulous first step. I mean, it brought us into the token economy. It created these new mechanisms, these new ideas. uh, Today we're taking that one step further. I would say we're taking that 50 steps further today, and launching something that is giving utility a whole with NFTs. Oh, it's creating a whole new concept. We're reconceptualizing today the usage, the value, the opportunity, the community enablement, the tie back to something real and something physical and something that you can use on a daily basis without even having to think about it. How do we create intuitive utility NFTs? And that's what we've done. That's what we've done today. That's what we're releasing to the world today. And so I'm proud, super proud. All the team's work, everything we've done we've been working on this for a long time, a super long time. And we're finally able to release and show to the world what Secura and the Secura NFTs are all about. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Are you guys ready to jump into it? Is everybody excited? Let me see some emojis if you guys are excited to hear about what we have here today. All right, I don't see many emojis, but that's all right. That's all right. I know you guys are excited. You're so excited your hands can't even touch the emojis because you're jumping up and down. You're jumping up and down, yelling. There we go. All right, there we go. We got some emojis going. Fantastic. All right. So what is Secura? So Secura is a security mechanism for a wallet. For the first time, with the tools we've built and the way we've organized the software and the hardware, we've got the ability to scammer proof a wallet. And so that comes in many forms. The first form, and probably the one you're most familiar with, is DREC, decentralized recovery. So let's start there. Let's talk about DREC for a second. Let's talk about the excitement of DREC, because to me, everything we've done is exciting. DREC is, probably the most exciting component of it, because we got to work so heavily with Dr. Baird. And the first time I got to meet Dr. Baird, I'll start there real quick. The first time I got to meet Dr. Baird, it was for DREC. It was because I heard a talk. We were already working on DREC for credit unions. We didn't call it DREC, but we were already working on DREC with credit unions, where we could take your key, split it up, and we'll talk about how it works here in a second. But just to give you a little bit of an understanding of how we got here, we talked to Dr. Baird after we had been working on DREC for about, or an equivalent of DREC for about a year, and figuring out how it was going to work, how we were going to get it into credit unions, how they were going to become essentially the digital trusted security lockboxes of the digital ownership economy. Credit unions, as you guys know, if you guys have been listening to our spaces, they're owned by the people, they're owned by the members. And so what better way, they're analog DeFi, what better way to secure your keys than with helpers that are owned by the people, right? Instead of giving the key to your mom, you can now give it to another community, of a broader community that's owned by the people. And when I talked to Dr. Baird, we came out of that discussion. It was about a 2-hour discussion late in the day. We started the discussion around 5. I think we ended around 7:30 or so. And what I came out of that discussion with, what Dr. Baird and I came out of that discussion with, was that this technology is the most enabling technology of the ownership economy that can exist and that will exist to bring this to fruition. Because the ownership economy, holding your keys and holding your digital asset, has one flaw that is hard to get around, and that is the loss of keys. And I don't care if you're in cold recovery or a cold wallet situation or a warm wallet situation, the one thing you can't get around is losing the keys, is losing the piece of paper, is losing the passphrase. Yes, if you're a memory expert, you can memorize those 24 words. You might be able to memorize your private key. Most of us are not memory experts, and so we're reliant upon paper printed copies, metal copies. We're reliant on these copies that inherently are the Achilles heel of self-custody. And what DREC does is DREC eliminates that risk of loss of the key, because now you're not reliant. So a couple amazing things happen with DREC. So now let's talk about, I know there's going to be a lot of questions about, well, how does it work? How does it keep your keys safe? The first thing to understand about the DREC that we built is that your keys in any form are never sent to any helper. Okay. We took 3 or 4 additional steps. When your keys are broken up with the secret sharing algorithm, they're re-encrypted. They're encrypted over the wire for the peer-to-peer transfer to your helper. So there's triple layers of encryption before the key fragment. It's never a key. Before the key fragment, before the secret share gets sent to the credit unions. And then when it gets stored at the credit unions, it's resalted and rehashed again, so that even if the credit unions all got together and decided that they wanted to find everybody's keys, they couldn't even find everybody's keys because of the way they couldn't even though they couldn't even reconstitute your keys, even if they found all of them, they can't even find the pieces to your keys based on the way we've constructed this. And so it is the most resilient key recovery mechanism known to man. And the other thing that makes it highly, highly resilient is the same thing that makes Hedera Hashgraph highly resistant, and frankly, most other blockchains highly resistant. The distributed and decentralized nature of the helpers that are holding your fragments, holding your key components. And so what do I mean by that? Let me break that down a little bit further. What I mean by that is whenever those key fragments get distributed, there's a mathematical probability of risk. And what I mean by that is if you only have two helpers, there's a high probability of failure because all you need is one of those. Well, there's two risk probabilities in there. One is you've only got two key shares, and so you only need one to recover. So that means with one you can recover. With ours, we can split your key up amongst 20, 30, 40, 100, 300, 500 different credit unions. And the way the secret sharing algorithm works is you don't need 100%. You don't even need 50% of those key shares to recover your key. And what's great about credit unions, that's way different than banks, is there has never, let me repeat this, and I think this was on our last spaces, so I'm accurate in saying this. James McBride from Connect's Credit Union, Federal Credit Union, the CEO, made this statement on our last spaces. There has never been a failure of a credit union that resulted in funds lost or the complete loss of the entire credit union. It's never happened. And so what that means is another credit union steps in, takes over the systems, takes over the software, takes over the operations, and continues that credit union. Do they eventually get spun down? Yes. But the resiliency in having your keys broken up across 30 helpers or 20 helpers, even if half of them go down, which is mathematically, it might not be mathematically impossible. It's certainly mathematically improbable based on the history of just credit unions. Your key, you can never lose your key because your helpers are gone. That's one amazing thing about why we constructed this on top of credit union infrastructure. So remember, triple encryption, okay? It's encrypted, it's dual encrypted with quantum resistant cryptography on the device before ever leaving the device. It's then hashed. We've got hashing algorithms built in. It's hashed. Portions of it are hashed. It's then encrypted, of course, across the wire, peer-to-peer, to the node, to the helper node. So even in transit, even though it's got double encryption, it's encrypted again over the wire. And then it's resalted, rehashed, and put into a secure storage location at the credit union helper node. And that resiliency of the multi-layered encryption, quantum resistant, all using 384. We worked heavily with the Swirlds Labs team. Brilliant, brilliant people. You guys all know how brilliant Lehman is. His team is just as brilliant. I'd like to think our team is as brilliant. We have built the solution that gives the security, the resiliency, the recoverability, and ultimately the peace of mind in knowing without a doubt that your key, the resiliency of your key of ever going down, ever being found. There were a lot of questions about, well, if the government knows where all the key fragments are, they'll be able to recover the key fragments. It's not how it works. It's not how it works. It literally works the exact same way where they have to have your mechanisms to recover it. So it's the same thing it's similar to having to have your private key, but it's not the same because it works with different mechanisms. But you'll never lose that key or access to that key ever again. We've fixed that. That's Secura D-Rec. And so that's probably the most exciting component of the Secura Essentials platform. Let me move on now to, and we'll open it up to questions. We'll have a lot of time for questions. And Patricia, feel free to jump in. Anthony, feel free to jump in if you guys have any thoughts or questions along the way. But definitely we can start to address those. The second piece, okay? The second piece is the Secura tag. And so as you guys know, and we call it security, it's really sexy, by the way. It's super sexy. I really love it personally. Um, Intuitive security is paramount. If you're having to go into your, there, Anthony and I were on a call the other night at like 3 a.m. Designing the new app. And by the way, the new designs on the app, Anthony, feel free to chime in here. The new designs on the app here in a couple weeks, it's gonna blow you away. It is without a doubt, not even considering Secura. The new, and we'll start to tease some. Anthony really wants to tease some screens to you guys here over the next couple weeks, so we will. Um, the new design is magnificent. But the other night we were looking at some videos, and a lot of these devices are big, clunky. They're the size of plates. Taking them in and out of your pocket is just we need intuitive security. And you guys know my stance kind of on cold wallets. They still don't eliminate somebody getting access to draining your wallet if you connect to something. It doesn't eliminate all the risks. There's a better way. And the Secura tag is a mix between hot wallet, cold wallet. We're calling it a warm wallet, by the way. Security of the cold wallet, security of the hot wallet mixed into one, warm wallet paired with DREC. You have intuitive multi-factor security measures that just don't exist today in a comprehensive platform in a wallet. And I'm really excited about the last piece of this, which is Secura Essentials, which is an AI ML always on monitoring, wallet screening. It's basically an automated wallet control mechanism that is at all times monitoring your wallet, monitoring transactions that come in and out, cleaning up access to that you've given to DApps, automatically removing access to DApps, scanning your wallets, gives you the ability to auto migrate wallets if it detects a threat. If it detects a scam coming in, it can auto migrate your wallets. It's the most advanced wallet security platform in existence, hands down, bar none. That's what we've released to the world today. So let me talk to you about the NFTs, because I think the NFTs are the coolest part. The NFT from a feature and functionality standpoint. So the NFTs actually come with utility. There are 3 NFTs. There's actually a 4th one that we'll talk about at the end. There are 3 NFTs. The first one is, of course, DREC. And what that comes with, it's not just you buying an NFT and then it's just a cool picture and maybe it gets you into a chat room and maybe it does a couple other things. No, this NFT is completely different. This NFT actually gets you, by holding it in your wallet, it enables DREC in the wallet. It comes with up to 1,000 wallets for you to store into DREC. It comes with a lifetime discount to all Secura products, automatic enablement of new access and new features in the wallet, and a BSL weighted airdrop that happens. Okay. The Secura tag, no subscription. So that one doesn't need a subscription. When you buy the tag, you're paying for all the software and hardware in one go, and you have access to that forever. That includes that Secura tag with the software and the hardware and all the updates that come with it. It's kind of think about it like a Tesla. When you buy a Tesla, everything is there and most of it is enabled, and then you can pay for the other enablements as needed, i.e. you can pay for DREC, you can pay for Essentials. But when you get the Secura tag, you've got a level of security that comes with the Secura tag that you never have to pay for again. Okay? And then the final NFT is Secura Essentials, which comes with that 2-year AI, ML, real-time, always-on wallet monitoring, threat detection, threat mitigation. It comes with that same lifetime discount. It comes with the exclusive access, the BSL weighted airdrop. And the coolest thing that we have here is we've got the ability to bundle these things. So this is probably, of all the novelty that we've created to this point, this one embodies this final NFT embodies our commitment to what we know as BankSocial. How do we build software and tools that embody the spirit and the ethos of the Web3 ownership economy? And what that means is, how do the people participate in this future? How do the people gain the opportunities and the ability to participate in revenues and future enablements? And that's what we're calling the Founders Edition. So most NFTs that mint a Founders Edition give you royalties for something that is eventually going to have a drop off in resale, because these tools, these three NFTs actually have lifetime utility. The Founders Edition gets you 2.5% on all secondary NFT sales. So just by holding the Founders Edition, so by minting all three and holding the Founders Edition has lifetime utility just in holding it. And for that reason, it'll create additional lifetime value that will move along with the market. And there will only ever be a limited edition of those founders. And so what we wanted to do was, we wanted to, for the community members that got in on this and that minted three of those tags, they would be able to get those Founders Editions, and they get to participate in that 2.5% royalty on all secondary NFT sales in perpetuity. It's really cool, and it's really evolutionary. The other thing that you're going to get alongside that, and alongside Founders Only features, so we've already got the ability in the wallet. Our team has built several feature flags that, as these features get enabled, it'll just turn on in your wallet. And if you have the Founders NFT, you'll get additional features and benefits. You'll get additional look and feel that will only be for Founders Edition. And then those royalties will just continue to drop. The other cool thing here that I think is going to be a first is it's tied in with the BSL and the HBAR that you hold in your wallet. And so there will initially be a weighted airdrop out of the gate for the Founders Edition holders. Weighted airdrop based on your BSL holdings, your HBAR holdings. And you can hold multiple Founders Editions from multiple airdrops. And that will be an ongoing in perpetuity calculation for the royalties. So the 2.5% royalties, the multiplied weighted airdrop, exclusive Founders Only features, and then holding the multiple Founders Editions, being able to resell those Founders Editions. One thing that's really cool with the NFTs is they have the ability to be resold and used by others to get the same value. The only one that you can't redeem twice is the Secura tag. All the rest of those Secura NFTs can be redeemed on an ongoing lifetime basis, and they can be passed on. So super exciting, super exciting. I don't know, with the exception of kind of the ability to put these types of tools in the hands of the people. I don't know what's more exciting. Is it the actual products that we've built, or is it the ability to put these products, these magnificent products, in the hands of the people so that they are the ones that benefit? And so now that we've got a nice packed house, I'd like to make another announcement that is a little bit along the same lines. Some staking updates. I know we got a lot of hungry people out there in the crowd. we got some hungry mouths we got to feed, and so we've made some major advancements on staking. And I think Anthony and I and the team, we've been excited over the last few weeks. We'll be announcing here in the next 24 hours, maybe less. The funds for the first loan repayment have actually been tokenized and are on chain. And so that was the final step in getting staking to a point to where we can start releasing the stake features within the app and generally within the BankSocial ecosystem. And so be on the lookout for that post, that notice. The first repayment is on schedule. It's actually ahead of schedule slightly. You'll be able to see all those the return of the funds to a separate wallet that's being held so that we can, demonstrate the payback of the first loan. So super excited about being able to bring the next wave of features and functionality on the heels of Secura, which will be staking. And so, right now we are in basically a back-to-back set of announcement periods. This is not the last announcement. We'll start to drop more information both on Secura. You're going to start to see a lot more information start to drop on staking. Again, we'll make that announcement about the funds being tokenized for the payments that have been made. We'll be able to, if you guys go to the website right now, if you go to the token page, we made a huge update to the token page. We've added on the, let me just pull it up here. On the token page, if you go to the BSL token page, we added a major update to show the flow of funds. How does BSL staking work? Well, no longer do people have to question how it works. It's right there on the website. It's all clear. And it's all on chain too. Now that we have here in the next 24 hours, once we have the repayment funds pushed out and tokenized, that's going to go on the website, and those funds are going to be shown in real time. Same thing with the SLP. We did an update yesterday that allows us to show the funds available in real time on the token page of the website. And so all these updates that we're bringing out here over the next few weeks are focused on getting staking out the door. And I think you're going to be really excited about how that's going to be integrated into the wallet. If you guys know how Hedera staking works with the one button click, it's going to be identical to Hedera staking. It's going to be a one button click, a one button redeem. The rewards are going to be redeemable in one click, one button. Super, super intuitive, super easy. I would encourage you all to go check out the changes. Any people who've been asking about how the token works, how the BSL transfer tax, how it funds the SLP, how the loan gets approved, how the funding gets sent out, how the repayment happens. It's all there now. We've made a major update to the website on the token page, and we've done a bunch of other little small updates to the website. But the BSL HTS token is now on there. We've got the supplies clearly defined. We've got all the links out to Hashscan. So everything is 100% now traceable, fully available for informational purposes on the website. And it's just going to get better from here, guys. So I'll go ahead and open it up to some questions. Patricia, maybe if there are any comments, Anthony, any comments or thoughts after that initial intro that you guys want to maybe talk through?
I'm really excited about the details of the NFTs. Some details are even news to me, so it was the first time that I discovered, and I think that you explained those really well for people that are interested in this type of features. So it was a very detailed explanation at this point, and now I'm really excited to know more about what the community think of this, because security is such an important aspect for us in Web3. This doesn't happen a lot here, but people that came from Ethereum all know the nightmares of wallets being drained and things like that. And even people on our network, when they share their private keys with scammers, because scammers say that they can recover their account and things like that. So having those security measures in place to prevent that is definitely something that is game changer and really important for everyone.
Thank you so much, Patricia. We absolutely agree. The wallet experience, the self-custody wallet experience needs to be different. It's time for a change. It's time for a major upgrade. What I say all the time is that the first iPod, the first iPod was not 100% from groundbreaking new hardware, new software, new everything. It wasn't. It was an idea to take things that had been built before and reformat them in a more intuitive, in a different way to listen to music. And that's what we've done here. We've taken technologies that have been around for quite some time, that are robust, that are secure, that are well vetted in the industry, and we've revamped them, we've restructured them in a completely novel way to evolve the self-custody wallet to a point where it takes the step function and eliminates the risk, because that's really the problem that we have right now in Web 2. We're trying to solve Web 3 ownership with Web 2 solutions, and it doesn't work. We have to reimagine, we have to rethink, we have to re-architect the solutions in a Web 3, in an ownership economy way, so that we can bring the benefits of ownership to the people in a safe, secure, scam-proof, resilient, and intuitive way. Natalie, go ahead and ask your question.
My mind is blown, John. This is incredible. Great job, guys. Great job. I guess I just have one question with regards to the NFTs. So, would we be able to buy just one founder edition that would represent all three, or will we have to buy the three separate NFT and then get the founder edition NFT as an airdrop? How
Yeah.
would that work?
What we wanted to do was we wanted to make it a fair launch for people, and so if we gave everybody the ability to just buy a founders edition, everybody would just buy a founders edition. We've what we will do. So let's talk about the mint a little bit, okay? We wanted to incentivize BSL holders, and so a limited edition amount of these NFTs will be available only to BSL token holders, and you can buy them. What is even cooler is that you will be able to buy them with BSL tokens. So you won't need anything else. If you want to use your BSL tokens, it's another utility for the BSL token. And so that we wanted to make it fair launch. We knew that if we put founder edition button clicks out there, that those would go first, and we didn't think that would represent kind of the fairness to the community. And so we said, let's do it to where all those tokens can be bought, in pieces. We're gonna give the BankSocial token holders exclusive access to a limited run, and maybe even exclusive pre-buy for BankSocial token holders only, to buy a limited number of a certain percentage of the 3 NFTs, so that BankSocial token holders could get first access before it went on the market to the general public, and the general public is going to be able to buy it with HBAR. So on SentX, we'll have 2 pools. We'll have a pool for BSL token holders, and that'll be a limited run exclusive to BSL token holders only, and then there'll be a general mint for everybody to buy with HBAR. Does that answer your question, Natalie?
It does. Thank you so much, John.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for being part of our community for so long. We love you, Natalie.
Love you guys too.
Go ahead, HBAR for life.
Hey, man, I appreciate you calling on me, dude. And I appreciate what you just said. I really was hoping that we could make this NFT more of a holder's benefit rather than an NFT sale. It'd be awesome if we could hold a vote on that, since there seems to be votes on a lot of other things. I would hate to see potential future investors not be able to buy into these because one person or a group of people snatch up all the NFTs and then put them on the secondary market and pump the price of them. I would personally, I just think it's pain, right? We want to put asses in seats, or whatever that analogy is or acronym is. And so I think doing that and incentivizing a good floor by having people hold a certain amount to get access to these NFTs would, in my most humble opinion, be a better thing than letting one person snap up.
Absolutely. No, you're absolutely right. And so there's 2 components to that, right? And my apologies if I didn't let you finish. Was there something else you wanted to say? I'm just excited to answer your question more than anything. But was there something else you wanted to comment on in there?
No, it would be nice to get that some kind of guarantee. I'm a big advocate of BSL. I've told everyone about it. And it's up there with when I talk about H suites or karate combat. BSL is like so easy to snap up an Ethereum holder, even though because they can already have Ethereum on it, or it's easy to grab somebody from Solana or something like that and be like, look, this is a real world use case. And I'm so pumped about the loans going out, and that was our use case. And I don't want it to turn into like, okay, well, we're going to launch this NFT, and then there's going to be another NFT down the line.
No. This is not, what we are building. Everything that we're doing is real product. I get a lot of questions about, well, what's the APR? Well, you don't, that's anybody who can say, hey, what's the future ongoing long-term guaranteed APR? That means that they're minting tokens, they're creating a reality. You just can't, if you go to a bank and say, hey, is your rate going to be 2% for lifetime? No, it's not. And this is why the HBAR staking payouts change, right? This is why they're not guaranteed. They change. We're not bringing, there's no hype here. I mean, we're hyping our product because we believe in it and we love it. This is not a hype only product. This is not, to your point, this is not just an NFT sale. This is an actual product that's enabled by an NFT. We could certainly, bypass the NFT component, but how cool to be able to have the 2.5% royalty on the secondary sales by holding the Founders Edition, or enabling the tool, the Secura Essential tool or the Secura Tag tool, just by holding the token, and then being able, if you do buy one or two of them, being able to gift the token to a friend, not just as a monkey picture, not just as a kitty butt, not just as a picture, but as an actual tool that can benefit your friend. Hey, friend, here's a Secura Tag. Hey, friend, here's a Christmas present. Here's Secura Essentials, right? If you're getting into crypto, this will protect your wallet, guaranteed, right? That's what we want to do here. Now, there's two things that admittedly on NFT sales are a challenge, and I don't want to misrepresent them. Limiting the number that people can buy, because really what you're talking about is there's two ways to do that. You have to get everybody KYC, and then you have to go through a funnel, and you have to really eliminate the ability for people to buy, and then you squeeze it down to where it just becomes a very cumbersome process. Because if you just go by wallet, then people can have 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 15, 20, 100 wallets, right? And because this stuff is all on chain, the other likelihood is that people can bot the mint. So it's difficult to say without putting extreme rails around it and KYCing every wallet and doing the things that don't make this easy for people. It's kind of a fine line that we're walking here. And so we wanted to pair, and that's why I think the pre-sale for BSL holders and maybe doing that in batches so that nobody can bot it and nobody can, and making it as fair as possible, because to your point, we want people to use these NFTs. We don't want one guy to buy all these and then upsell them for huge dollar amounts, because that doesn't get people the help that we're putting out with these NFTs. The whole purpose of these NFTs is to enable the most secure wallet experience that's ever existed, the most secure self-custody wallet experience that's ever existed. And on top of that, to give you that access to the, for those that get the entire package, for that lifetime royalty for anybody else who's going to buy these or trade these in the future, trade an actual utility NFT, not just a monkey picture, not just a kitty butt. That's what we want to do. And so I will admit that we're doing our best, okay, to balance one guy botting the whole thing and squeezing the funnel down too hard to make it too cumbersome for anybody to buy it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, man, I wish you would hold that up to a vote, though, because I really would love to squeeze it more than the risk of the bot. And that's just, I've seen, this is like I said, we have one good chance at this, and I would hate to see it get wrecked by some, botted player. And we want people to be able to buy into this and use it, right? So by having it being able to be sold on a secondary market at any kind of upcharge because it's already expensive to a lot of people. It just that hurts.
Well,
I would
I'd
love
love to
see
get
myself.
Patricia's.
Yeah,
I'd love to get Patricia's idea on this too. Patricia, are there any thoughts or maybe experiences or learnings that you've got that can help?
Absolutely, John. At SentX, we do our best to avoid bots. We can have several strategies in place to avoid that. We can also do limits per wallet. For example, you can say that the max number of mints per wallet is 3 NFTs, for example, or 5 NFTs, whatever is reasonable considering the supply. We can also have a delay in between each mint. Let's say that a wallet mints now, then they will have to wait, for example, 60 seconds to be able to mint again. There's a lot of things that we can work together and put in place to avoid that a wallet or a group of wallets can buy the entire supply and then put on secondary for a 2x or 3x for the ones that couldn't buy at first. So all good on
HBAR
that
for
end.
life. How does that? What if we committed to you right now that we will put all of that in place, reasonably all of that in place, to ensure that we're doing what we can to make sure that everybody has a fair chance to get one of these? Because what we want is everybody to have wallet security and everybody to be able to benefit from the opportunities that come along with these tags. And I feel your your want and your passion for why we need to go about it the way we're talking about. I mean, does this make you feel better about it?
Yeah, 100%. I just, big community member, and the HBAR community's just been getting rocked lately, and it's upsetting a lot of people. And we're just trying to keep our core group happy. And I mean, without a community always talking about your projects and keeping BSL or other projects in the ecosystem in front of people's minds, it can just get left behind. And I know you guys are building something bigger than that, and I know that you guys are working with some fantastic. Like I said, I talk about you guys all the time, and seeing this NFT mint was crushing to me. But now listening and going through this conversation and putting some safeguards in it for everybody, not just the HBAR community, but anyone that wants to come in the future or be a part of that mint will have their chance. Because I've seen so many NFT mints where one person gets them all because they're ballers, and they're and that's great. But in this case, like, if this is something that's going to help onboard more people, then we should help onboard more people, not say like, man, you're give the advantage to the top 1%. Let's give the advantage to everybody. So I appreciate you going through that and letting me talk. I noticed, I'd made these in the comments, and you knew what I was going to come up here and ask you. So I appreciate you still doing that.
I didn't know what you were going to ask. I brought you up here because I was interested to hear what you were going to ask, and I'm glad you asked it because I think it's super important to match the ethos of what we say to what we do. Now, I in no way, even if I can tell you from years of omni-channel commerce, e-commerce, digital commerce experience, we can put everything in place. We can even put the most cumbersome funnel in place and make it buy with credit cards and KYC, and people could still bot that experience. Okay. So, for as much as we can do, these are mitigating tools and not, guaranteed, hey, somebody bought 7 of them. Well, even if we would have put the most cumbersome funnel in place, that still could have happened. And so I want to, set an expectation for both sides. I do want to say, though, that we are 100% committed to this is not just an NFT sale. This is not just a monkey picture NFT sale where we want all of them gone in 2.5 seconds. We want all of them gone in 2.5 seconds to as many people as we possibly can put this in the hands of. And so balancing those two things, I really appreciate you coming up here. Thanks so much. And we love the fact that you're out there spreading the good word. And I agree with you. I think we are one of the unique projects because we have that multi-chain wallet. We do have a lot of connections to the Ethereum ecosystem. We make it super easy for that bridging to happen. The wallet is getting, exponentially greater by the day. We'll be dropping some new features and graphics here or wallet visuals here in the next couple weeks. So yeah, thank you so much. Celestial, come on up.
I wanted. Oh, go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry. Go ahead, Anthony. Go ahead, Anthony.
No, I just wanted to touch on the wallet one time. You know, as John said, we've stayed up every night, 5-6 hours a night into the middle of the night the last week, and we've literally rebuilt and redesigned every single screen in the app. Everything has been rebuilt, from the graphics to how it looks, to how it functions. We've removed screens, we've removed clicks, we've made it more intuitive. And then the one that is closest to my heart, staking. This one I'm most excited for. This is one of the initial goals I set out for, was to deliver this to the community, and we're right there. And I'm most excited to share this with you guys. Within the next weeks, I'll be sharing snippets. I'm sure John will as well. But most excited to get this new version of the wallet into the community's hands. So just wanted to say that. Thank you guys for all the support. We really appreciate it.
Oh, 100%, Anthony. I think we've been so excited that sometimes it's like 4 a.m. and you guys have seen me probably. You guys probably have seen me at night posting at like 3 a.m. Well, it's because either Anthony and I, or Anthony and Nate, or me and Nate, or me and Jay, or some combination of us is up, and we look up and it's like 4 a.m. and we're like, holy shit, it's already 4 a.m. All right, we need to sleep because we got to be up tomorrow. There's things we got to do tomorrow morning. But we're so much in love with what we have coming that it doesn't even feel like we're working, guys. It's truly amazing. It's tremendous. It's been a tremendous honor to kind of build things for this community. Celestial, go ahead.
Yeah, just congratulations, you guys, on all the efforts so far, and looking forward to all the features. My question is, so based on the NFT still, like, what are you guys going to be using the funds for? That's one. And then two, I don't know if you noticed, but I think in the comment section, we have a couple of questions also, and I think a couple of good ones. So I just wanted you to kind of like take a look there and maybe answer some of the questions from there. I think you might be on mute, John.
Sorry. Yeah, Nate, can you pull those questions out of the comments and see if we can't get a couple up here, or maybe post them in Slack and we can look at them?
Yep.
So Celestial, answer your first question. Unlike a monkey picture or a kitty butthole or something like that, that's purely, and I think this is what HBAR for Life was talking about, those are purely to sell NFTs and then take that money and do whatever you want with it. Ours is a product. And so the NFT, the funds that come along with the NFT go to putting a product in your hand, right? Like DREC is not free, right? DREC is not free. We've architected it in a way that makes it so low cost that anybody can afford it. Anybody can afford. It's gonna cost way less than what a Trezor wallet does, and it's going to do 100x more than what a Trezor wallet does, or 1,000x more than what a Trezor wallet does. And so these funds are going to put the product in your hands, deliver you an actual working, functioning security suite, intuitive security suite, to make your ownership experience, your digital asset Web3 ownership experience, unmatched in the self-custody space. That's what these funds, again, not selling monkey pictures, not selling kitty butts. We are selling, this is actual product that you're getting, right? Like that, those devices are not, they're not just mock-ups. We have physicals, right? They're working. They're connected to our wallet. They're actually working right now. And so, the packaging, wait till you see the packaging, right? Wait till you see the experience and opening this thing. It's going to feel like Apple. I guarantee it. You're going to absolutely love the entire experience. Wait till we start sharing the screens of Secura. I think you guys saw a couple days ago, there was a screen that somebody got access to and posted of what Secura in the new wallet designs is going to look like. And so that's what I'll say to the first part of your question. And let me look and see if we have what questions we have here. So one of the other thing, yeah. So there's two models going forward. Okay, let me answer this question. So there's two models going forward. There's a buy the NFT and get access to these features as marketed. Okay, and second, on an ongoing basis for new people that come into the ecosystem. So these NFTs, these are one-time drop NFTs. We will never do the Founders Edition and these one-time drops ever again. Okay. Everybody who comes in after this will work on a subscription basis, and it's all tied in the app. It's super sleek. It's super sexy. It's all tied into the app with Apple Pay or your credit card. It's a one push button enablement. We don't want to make it to where you got to go and connect your wallet and do this and do that and get your keys and put them over here. And oh shit, you just lost your crypto because somebody convinced you to go connect your wallet to a D app and now your crypto's gone. We didn't want that. We wanted everything to be intuitive. Wait till you see the new flow for onboarding into our wallet. It's the most intuitive onboarding process ever created for a self-custody wallet. And I won't talk about it. I would rather show you guys, so I'm not going to talk about it. So that will be, so for example, Secura will just cost a couple bucks a month to get Secura in, or to get, well, sorry, to get DREC in your wallet will just cost a couple bucks a month, right? It's unmatched. A Trezor wallet, you'd have to pay for 10 years to get, you have to buy a Trezor wallet. It's going to cost you 10 years worth of what DREC will cost you to enable in your wallet. We want to make this for the people, right? Yes. Do we need to make money and do we need to do that to keep things going and keep? Absolutely, we do, right? But how do we enable this secure Web3 ownership experience with credit unions, with the OG DeFi, analog DeFi people, in member-owned, nonprofit financial cooperatives? This is how we do it. This is how we do it. How will we market with large, top-notch securities? So yes, so there's definitely a campaign. So if you guys don't know already, and thank you from the bottom of our hearts because you made this happen, we are going to be speaking at Consensus on the main stage at Consensus. Okay, so we have first day, 11 a.m. main stage headline. BankSocial with the NCUA, Becky and I and the vice chairman of the NCUA are going to be on stage at Consensus. And if you're going to be at Consensus, you should come by because we'll have all the, if you want to see it in action, if you want to see the new wallet and Secura in action, you'll probably be able to see it before then. But if you want to see it with us, you can see it there. And that's where we're going to be demoing this to everybody, right? Consensus is the biggest stage, the biggest whales in crypto come to Consensus. And so on our stage, on that talk, in that talk, we're going to be talking about a lot of things. One of them, by the way, is, I always want to tell you guys what's going on, but then I'm like, man, should I tell them what's going on? We've been doing some cool things with Google. Okay.
Yes, please.
I'll just tell you that we've been doing some cool things with Google. I know that a lot of people have kind of been, from the council perspective, maybe thinking that Google is less involved. I can tell you Google is very involved. I can tell you IBM is very involved because we're working with both of them, deeply involved with both of them. And so that'll be part of our announcement. So much going on. So absolutely. We're aligning everything, the stars, the eclipse happened, right? Everything aligned perfectly. That's what's happening. Everything is aligning perfectly for this next few weeks and months to align with that Consensus outbringing. And then absolutely self-custody is the way forward. We know this. The custodial model, the Web 2 model within 3 to 5 years will be completely different than what it is now. You guys know that just a couple weeks ago, Coinbase, and I thank them for this, they got clarity, which I already knew was the way forward. I didn't need clarity, but at least the world sees now that they have legal clarity. They see the same thing that I've been seeing for 14 years, that self-custody is the way forward. It is not, secondary sales on open markets are not considered securities. That was the call down from the XRP case, right? And now with this case that just got passed the other day, self-custody generally for the vast majority of cases is something that doesn't require all these really extravagant and legally obscure, oh, we're a custodian, but because we say crypto, we're not actually required to abide by any laws, right? We put the word crypto. Well, everybody's just going to put the word crypto in front of everything if that's all it takes. Jesus, let me go, do some fraud and put crypto in front of it, and maybe I'll get away with it because I can go and say, hey, I just put the word crypto in front of it. No, that's not how it works. So we know that self-custody is the way forward. We are just like Amazon knew that people wanted to sit at their house and push a button and within the next morning get stuff to their house. They knew that before. Amazon is very famous for saying, I went and talked to thousands of people and they told me, wait, you think you're going to be able to have somebody sit on their couch and push a button and a package show up at their door the next morning? You're fucking crazy. They told him that. He's famous for saying that. That's where we are right now, right? We're starting to see everything we've been saying about self-custody is starting to manifest. So there was some hit piece about what's happening in Europe about, oh, self-custody wallets are dead. No, it's complete bullshit. That's complete bullshit. What it says is that if somebody's on-ramping and off-ramping into fiat, you must obey the rules. And I agree with that. I don't want my money to be funneled with scammers and con artists. I want to be secure in the ownership economy. I want to own it. I want to be part of the chain of value. I want to benefit from the chain of value, but I don't want to be plugged into all the scammers at the same time. I rather let them go build their own fucking economy where they can scam each other. Cool. Go do it. Go do it to as much as you want. I want to see it over there happening on chain. Oh, look at those scammers scamming each other. I'm fine with that. I don't want to be involved with it. And so that's where we're at right now. We're at this critical juncture of self-custody and ownership being the way forward. It's legally being codified as the way forward. And they're making it harder and harder for custodians to con you out of your crypto. And I love it. I think that's the way forward. We need that security mechanism. We need the upgraded wallet experience. We have to reimagine the ownership economy and the ownership tools in a completely novel way. And that's what the new BankSocial wallet, that's what Secura, that's what the social capitalistic components of how the BSL token works, how the NFT, the Secura NFT works. It's all baked in. We're bringing the real value to these ecosystems now. We're not talking about 3, 4, or 5 years from now. We're talking about now. All right, enough about that. So airdrop. Okay, so this is a great question. So for the 2.5% royalty, this is the coolest. This is what I think is one of the coolest parts of this. The 2.5% royalty for the founders, it's not a one-time thing. It's in perpetuity. As long as the secondary market for the NFT sales are happening, founders get a portion of those sales. So it is social capitalism. It's exactly what we've been preaching. We're walking the walk. It's not just a one-time, one and done. All right, thank you, everybody. No, it's not. It's a ongoing, forever portion of the NFT sale. This is social capitalism. How do we practice what we preach? This is how we practice what we preach. So it's not a one-time. There will be a one-time BSL weighted airdrop that we'll announce with Brandon here in a few weeks. The royalties, though, the royalties on the secondary sales for the founders is lifetime in perpetuity for as long as they happen. For as long as Hedera chain keeps on running, those royalties will keep on paying. And so that's probably one of the most novel pieces of this is not just a royalty on a monkey picture sale, but a royalty on a tool that people are excited to use, that people are trading because there's actual utility in it, that people are giving to friends because they want friends to experience this new ownership economy in a safe, secure, and seamless, intuitive way. That's undone. It's never been done before. Go ahead, Celestial.
So, that just posed a question to me. Like, so I know that we're having like some alliances, like the Algorand team. How would BSL's direct
Great question.
be
Great
integrated
question.
with other change?
Yep, great question. So the first thing to know about Secura from that perspective is that it's multi-chain. Just like our wallet is multi-chain, Secura is multi-chain. Anybody on any chain, the NFT component is built on Hedera, right? And certain components are built on Hedera. The ability to direct your keys, your passphrases, is chain agnostic. Doesn't matter which chain you're on. You could be on any chain, and guess what? We can direct your keys, so you'll never lose them again. So this is not an enablement for the Hedera community. It's a benefit for Hedera and BankSocial and founder token holders. That's the benefit from that social capitalism, that NFT sales, that royalty piece. That's the benefit, right? Also have the benefit cross-chain to anybody else who wants to secure. That's why the consensus day, we want to have that experience to show that anybody on any chain can download the wallet, can push one button, have Secura D rec, and they never have to worry, no matter what chain they're on, they never have to worry about their keys again. So a couple other questions here. I'll address it again. We did address it, but I'll address it again. The founder's NFT does get airdropped afterwards for holding all three. And the reason why we did that is along the lines of what HBAR for Life was talking about. We didn't want everybody to just come in and pound on the founder's NFT and then get the founder's NFT, right? We kind of, you're going to find this maybe a little funny. We kind of borrowed from the McDonald's Monopoly game strategy, where you spread out the ability for the Founders Edition to get scooped up. You don't put Park Place and Boardwalk on every Coca-Cola cup that goes out the door, right? So we didn't want to. We didn't want to have a one button click Founders Edition, because then everybody would just attack those first. And to HBAR for Life's point, they could bot that. No matter what we put in place, those would go first. And so we didn't want to do that. We're going to put in those mechanisms on SentX to limit, to threshold, to create the experience that allows more than one person to buy. Yes, will some people buy multiples? Yes. Should one person own all or the vast majority? Absolutely not. That is not the type of mint that this is, right? This is a mint for the people. This is a mint for the community. This is a give back to the community. On that same token, though, I'm sure there will be people that buy multiples. We'll do what we can to eliminate that. And again, we'll have that BSL token holder pre-sale, so that if you have BSL tokens, you will get access before anybody else, and you'll be able to buy them with your BSL tokens, with your BankSocial tokens. And there will be a limited exclusive run of those. So, a good question here is, will insurance be offered at some point for Secura? We are exploring a novel insurance mechanism. I won't go into it just because it is so novel. There is a future, but it's not right now. It's not right now. It doesn't cover. The insurance is in the peace of mind in knowing that your keys are backed up to this resilient helper node network of credit unions that have not, and probability of failing is that your keys will never be lost. Your keys will never be gone. So that's what comes with phase one of Secura launch, along with the Secura tag, security, and the essentials enablement.
Hey, John.
All right. Yep.
I have two questions quickly, because I see on the website every NFT has the 10% discount. Can you explain that a little bit? And for the tag for shipping worldwide, how's that going to be done?
We'll cover shipping. So you can order this thing anywhere in the world. That's the other thing that's great about Secura, is that it's not limited to people in the US or in a certain jurisdiction. Anybody in the world can get any portion of this ecosystem. That's the other really cool thing, is not only is it chain agnostic, it's country agnostic. Everybody in the world should be secure. Just like we have BSL tokens and staking for anybody in the world, the same concept here, available to anybody in the world. Your second question was about the 10% discount. So holding the NFT in your wallet enables you to a lifetime 10% discount on the entire Secura product line. So anytime you renew into a subscription, it will automatically deduct from your subscription that 10%. Now, I will tell you what's coming as another utility for BSL token holders. We're enabling the ability for you to start paying for things in the wallet with your BSL. And so fees on crypto purchases, portions of your payments for certain things will be payable in BSL tokens within the wallet. And so that's how the 10% discount, just by holding the NFT in your wallet, you don't have to do anything special. You don't have to go connect anywhere, do anything. All the wallet is going to be intuitive enough to understand that you own the NFT and enable not only the feature, but enable the resubscription at a discounted rate.
So, and that means that every NFT, the 10% discount is for a separate product. Or are they staggered? So if you own all 3 NFTs, that you get 30%?
You don't have to own. No, you don't have to own all the NFTs. It's 10% on you if you just own. So if you just own, let's say you only buy the Secura Essentials NFT, you get 10% on any Secura product that you buy in the future. So let's say you weren't able to get the Secura Tag NFT out the gate, and you bought the Secura Tag just through the app, not as an NFT, but just through the app, and it wasn't the launch NFT, you would get 10% off that. And then if you bought DREC, you would get 10% off that. But there is, as of right now at least, and it's an interesting concept, maybe we can think about this. If you own the Founders NFT, maybe we can offer an additional discount where you get more discount on the products if you get a Founders NFT. I love that. I love that, Glaster. That's great. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Actually, I think we just made a decision here on this call to say that if you get the Founders Edition, then we're going to offer you'll get an additional discount, probably in the range of 25 or something, 30%, something like that. That's a great idea, Glaster. I'm glad you had that idea. Thank you for coming up. Any more great ideas?
Win Lambo.
Hey. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, we're coming up on the hour. We've got another great spaces lined up with the SentX team here in a couple hours. We want to get the message out. We want everybody to benefit from wallet security. Of course, while the components here, certainly on the surface appear to be a NFT, sale. This is actual utility, guys. So when you tell people about this is not a monkey picture. This is not a kitty butt. This is a actual utility. The funds are going for you to enable a product within your wallet that's going to have constant updates, that has cost on the back end. And that's why the NFT is priced the way it is. And it's priced, by the way, when you see the pricing of Secura, you'll understand why the pricing is like this. So it's based on the pricing of the ongoing subscription. If you didn't have it's at a slight discount. And then, of course, because of the other features and the BSL airdrop and all those other things you get, all that's factored into this. So, Patricia, what time, Nate? What time are we doing that next Spaces?
So we have the SentX space in. So let me see to give you a time zone in EST. It's at 5 p.m. EST, if I'm not mistaken now, with with daylight savings, because this is always a time when people get confused with daylight savings, and I hate those completely. So if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be at 5 p.m. EST. But it's my pin tweet, so you can check the space invite there. You can set your reminders. Just go to my pin tweet for that. And I actually advise you to do that and go to my pin tweet, because for the ones that repost, like, and follow, there's a chance of winning 10 SentX as well. And for the listeners, there's an national giveaway. So I really advise you to go to my pin tweet and follow the steps to be able to enjoy the benefits as well for the giveaways.
Awesome. Great. So go follow, go pin, go retweet. They're giving away some really great stuff. We'll have a few giveaways here too over the coming month. That'll be in line with the Secura NFT piece. So keep your eyes peeled for that. We'll gamify some of this. We'll make it exciting for the next few months. But guys, this is every day is just the beginning of the evolution of how this ownership economy is going to manifest. And we're so excited to be doing it alongside this fabulous community that's always full of great feedback, great ideas. We're here for all of it. We, with the exception of just unnecessary FUD, and even sometimes that has its own little special place that we need to listen to. We're here for all of it, guys, and we love you all. We appreciate every single one of you. Because without all of you, none of this matters. It's because of you that all of this matters, and it's because of you guys, because we want to do something great for the people, for the community, and for the world, that we will continue to push this forward. And so have a fantastic, super magnificent day. All the love, all the power, and we'll talk to you guys very, very soon. Thank you so much.